Hello everyone. In this session, I will cover some arithmetic functions and string functions. Those are available in the Oracle family. So before going to discuss these arithmetic functions and string functions, right? One of the feature of Oracle that I want to discuss here, Oracle provides here one dummy table, right? This dummy table is, name is a dual. Right? Dual is the name of the dummy table that we can use in the select queries. Now, what is the use of this dummy table and what is this dual table here? Right? So, dummy table is the table with the single row and single column. Right? There is no value. Right? There is no meaning of this single column and single row exists in the dummy table, that is dual. So, if you describe the structure of this dummy table, DESC, dual, then you can find there exists one column. That column name is dummy, and the data type of this dummy column is the varchar2. And if you use the select star command with this dual table, then you can find one single row and single row and column exists in this table. Right? So there is no meaning of this single row and column exists in the dummy table. Now, what is the use of this dual table? As you know, in the select syntax, we need to pass always the table name. Right? The selects in the select syntax, the select and from clause are mandatory. Right? So whenever you want to perform any arithmetic operations, then string operation, those are not based on any table data. Right? Then you can pass the dual table in the from clause. Here is the example, right? For example, if you want to find out the multiplication of the two numbers, right? Then see in the select syntax, we need to pass from clause. From clause is compulsory. Now this data we don't want to retrieve from any other table, right? So we can pass here dual table, that is the dummy table. Right? So result of this select query will be, that is multiplication of 2 into 2, that is 4. So this select query will retrieve you the result of this expression that you are passing into the select clause. Right? Similarly, here if you want to divide two numbers, you want to result of these two numbers, right? Division of the two numbers, then you can again pass here dual table, because from clause is compulsory. If you will not use from clause, there will be error in the select syntax, right? And that's why we need to pass some table name, right? So that table name is nothing but the dual table here. So here this query will return you the division of these two numbers, that is 5. Right? Similarly, if you want to execute this expression 5 into 5 into 2 divided by 10, again you can use here dual table, and this query will return the result of this expression, that is 5. I hope students you are clear with this. So similar to the dummy table, your Oracle Oracle is having the pseudo column, right? So this pseudo column name is the sysdate. Sysdate is the pseudo column that contains the current date. It requires no arguments when selected from the dual and returns the current date. Right? So like your table, dummy table, there is a dummy column that is sysdate. If you want to display the current date, today's date, right? You can use this column name which is not part of or any structure of the table, right? So select sysdate from dual will return you the today's date, right? So my result will be this. My today's date is, for example, 16 July 2013, right? So here again we pass the dummy table, because you know in the dummy table only single column and single row is exists, and name of that column is X, right? But here in the column list of the select syntax, we are passing this sysdate. So sysdate is the pseudo column. It is not physically exist, right, in any table, right? And that's why if you want to display this current date, you can use this pseudo column in the select statement, and it will return you the current date of today, right? Then there are different arithmetic functions available in the Oracle family. Those we can discuss here. I will not cover all these operations. I will just give you idea what different operations are available here. You can practice on the editor, right? And with I will cover the syntax of some of the operations, right? And other I will give you for the homework, right? So here one first example that we can discuss here for the arithmetic operation, that is absolute function. So select absolute in bracket. You can pass here the number as the parameter. Right? So this absolute function will return you absolute value of the number n. So here is the example. Select ABS in bracket minus 15, and here this is the aliasing. I want this column name in the result, right? So my column name will be absolute value of in bracket minus 15 from dual. Now I'm using here dual table. Why? Because this absolute value is the arithmetic operation that I want to pass as an expression in this select clause. Those are not part of any table, right? So dual we are using here, right? So it will return you absolute value of the minus 15, that is 15, right? So if you pass negative value, its absolute value will be positive. So that will be my result of this select query. I hope you are clear with this. Then next is the power function. Here in the power function is similar to the other language. These operations are actually similar to the other language, only syntax is a little bit different, right? So here is the example of power function. So it returns the m raised to the nth power. N must be an integer, else an error is written, right? So here is the example. Select power in bracket 3 comma 2 from dual, right? So it will return 3 raised to 2, right? That is 3 power of 2 result as a part of the select query result, right? So 9 is my result of this query, right? Let's select, this is the another example, select power 12 comma 2 from dual. So it will return 144, right? Again, round function is available in the select query. If you pass here the round function to the select query, all these arithmetic operations, select operation, you can pass in this select clause, right? So this result will return as a one of the column because these operations return the single value as a result, right? So select round 14.19 comma 1 from 12 will return you the rounded value of this given value as a parameter. So 14.2 will be the rounded value of this 14.19. That will be the result of this select query, right? This is the another example, 14.19. So my result is 14 of the round function, right? So here, if you see, it returns n rounded to the m places, right, of the decimal point. It m is omitted, then n is returned to the 0 places. And m can be negative to round off digits to the left of the decimal point. And here you can remember m must be integer. This is another example of the round function that you can see. Select round 14.19 minus 1. It will return, if it is less than 15, then it will return here 10. And if it is greater than 15, 20, right? Because this 18 is near to the 20 and this 14 is near to the 10 here. Then SQRT function, square root function is also available in the arithmetic functions, right? So SQRT will return the square root of the given parameter in the function. So here is the example, select SQRT of 25 from dual. So my answer is 5. This is another example, select SQRT of 144 from the dual. My answer is here 12. I hope you are clear with this. Then exponent function is also there, right? Exponent returns the e raised to the n power, right? Where e, you know, student 2.71828, right? So here is the example, select exponent of 5 from 12. So it will return the exponent of the 5, right? So it is 148.41, right? Similarly, you can see another example, the select exponent 6 from 12 will return the exponent of 6 as a result. Then again, greatest function is available in the arithmetic family. There you can find the greatest value in the list of values those you are passing as a parameter to the function. So here is the example, select greatest 5, 8, 50, 14. These are the parameters from dual. So it will return you greatest value, that is 14 in the set of values, right? Then list value also you can find with the help of list function, right? So it will return the list value from the set of values, right? So for this example, list value is 5. Then mod function is there. Mod function will return you the remainder of the expression, right? So select mod 15,7 from dual will return you here 1, for example. 15,0 will return you 15, for example, right? So you can remember here syntax how to use this mod function in the select query. Then truncate function is there, like other programming language. You can use truncate function, floor function, cell function, lower function. Lower function already we have discussed in the queries, right? Lower function will return you here the lower your given expression or given sentence in the lower form, the lower case. So here is the example, select lower, we are PCC, right? So this will return here, right, the given sentence in the lower case, right? So I hope you are clear with this. So similar to the lower, upper function is there, init cap function is there. Init cap will return the given sentence in the initial letter as a capital, right? So here is the example, right? Only W and A and P are capital, others are small, right? In the result. So upper, here my result will be uppercase of the given query, right? So here my sentence is word is database. So my result is capital database. So all these functions you can call with the help of dual table that you can remember here. Substring function is also there. In the substring function, first parameter will be string, then second parameter will be starting position, and third parameter will be length of the that you want to return from the string. So here is the example. My given query is a sentence is secure, right? My word is secure, and my 3 is the starting position, and number of letters that you want to retrieve from this word is 4, right? So the result of this query will be QR, right? So these 4 letters I want to retrieve from this given word, right? So starting from the third position, right? So this is the example of my sub string, similar to the other programming languages you can use here with the select clause, right? Also, you can find out the ASCII value of the letter, right? So ASCII function is there. Let's select ASCII in bracket. You can pass your character for that you want to retrieve the ASCII value from dual. So for A, my ASCII value is 65. For small a, ASCII value is 97, right? These are the examples here. Then also you can find the length of the word with the help of length function. It returns the length of the word, right? So here is the example, select length in bracket you can pass your word. My word is here databases from dual, so it will return length of the databases for that is 9. I hope student you are clear with this syntax, right? Then ltrim function is there, so it removes characters from the left of character with initial character removed up to the first character not in set, right? So here is the example, select ltrim nisha comma n from dual, so it will return n from the given word, right? Similarly, ltrim, there is rtrim function, right, available in the string function family of the Oracle, right? Here is the example, right? One more thing I want to share with you. If you want to find out currently you are logged into the which user, you can use here user as the pseudo column, right? So like your sysdate, you can use here pseudo column user to find out the currently login user. So here is the syntax, select user from the dual. So this statement will return you the name of the user currently you are logging in, right? So system, for example, system is my admin user, right? Right, that is name of the user will return you if you are currently in the system user. Thank you. I hope you are clear with all these functions. You can practice all these functions on your editor, right, and save your work.